What is up, everybody? Welcome back to racingnews.com. Welcome back to another one of our previews. All right, let's go to Saratoga and let's go to Saturday, July 5th. Race 11 on the card. It is the Grade 1 Belmont Oaks here, $500,000 the purse. Going a mile and eighth on the turf. It will be a field of 7. Let's get to it. I'll put it up on the screen now. And what a race this should be if we get that nitrogen that we always get here lately. She has just been awesome and could be awesome once again and give us another exciting performance. But will she get the job done? Well, I may have foreshadowed my pick there a little bit, but we'll see. Here, a field of 7. Let's go through them one by one. And you'll kind of see a common theme for most of them. All right, we'll start with the number 1, Warming. This is a horse that is 2 for 3 lifetime. Won an allowance race last time out at Delaware. 5th in an ungraded stakes, 2 races back at Belmont at the Big A, and broke the maiden at Belmont at the Big A on debut. You could probably just tell by me reading those off that this is a whole different class level for this horse, right? But, you know, I think the win at Delaware kind of said, oh, well, we'll take a shot. It's a short field. Let's see what happens. Grand Motion enters this horse in here. I don't think she has much of a chance. I just think it'll be outclassed in this spot. There's some pretty good ones in here, and I just think that's going to be a little bit too steep for her. The number 2, Opulent Restraint, next here for Chad Brown. And I said we are going to have a common theme. This horse did race against Nitrogen 2 races back, got beat by 5 1/4. So, you know, that's the common theme you're going to hear about a lot of these horses. They've been beaten by Nitrogen before. After that race, came back to running the Memories of Silver, $150,000 stakes last time out, and was second, only beaten a neck. I thought ran pretty well in that race. You know, I think sets up pretty well for this one. Should like going this distance. We kind of, you know, have only seen this horse at a mile or mile and 16th, but I think a mile and 1/8 will be fine for the horse as well. But again, kind of no match when facing Nitrogen before. Also, you know how you're going to try to turn the tables. It's going to be tough. There's no question about it. The number 3 is Totally Justified. This is another horse, 2 races back, faced Nitrogen in the Appalachian Stakes. Got 5th, beaten 7 3/4 that day. So again, another horse that has been and also ran. Last time out in the Regret Stakes at Churchill Downs was second, got beat by Fione, but a pretty good race by Totally Justified there. But look, hasn't won a race in a while. Has lost 4 straight races. Did win the PG Johnson over this turf course here at Saratoga. So that is something, but that has been a while ago. So we'll kind of see if she can kind of reverse a little bit of her form in this spot today. Let's keep it going with the number 4, Virgin Colada. Another horse that, you know, has been okay in a couple of races here lately, but overall, only 1 win in 5 starts. That did come on debut, broke the maiden here at Saratoga. Like I said, ran okay in the PG Johnson, got second. Ran okay in the Miss Grillo, got second. No effort whatsoever in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Just was kind of outclassed that day. Finished 13th, finished behind Nitrogen as well as a few other ones in here. And then was 3rd last time out in the Memories of Silver behind stablemate Opulent Restraint. Look, I think this horse is solid. I think it's very consistent. Again, though, is that kind of that ceiling 2nd or 3rd? Maybe in this spot today for her. The number 5 is Fione. Coming off of a nice win and really has looked very good in a lot of these races. Well, let's go back to the start. 2nd in a maiden special weight at Horseshoe Indianapolis. Broke the maiden at Fairgrounds. Wins an allowance at Fairgrounds. Wins a ungraded stakes race at Fairgrounds. So 3 straight nice races in a row. Shows up at the Appalachian at Keeneland. Was 3rd, beaten 3.5 by guess who? Nitrogen, who just seems to beat all these horses in this race. So yeah, got beat there. But anyway, then showed up last time out though in the Regret and ran well and won by a half length. So Fione, I think, has a really good shot. I think if Nitrogen isn't at her best, this is a horse that could take her down. I do have a lot of interest in the 5, but again, the 7 is waiting for us as we get ready to talk about her here in a second. So, but Fione, pretty nice horse. And like I said, got away from Nitrogen last time out and got the job done. All right, let's go to the number 6, Mayday Ready. And this horse is going to have something unique about her that we'll talk about in this race. But let's start from the beginning. Broke the maiden right here at Saratoga, won a stakes race at Kentucky Downs in impressive fashion, won the Jessamine at Keeneland by a nose, and then finished 2nd in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. beat Nitrogen that day, lost to the amazing Lake Victoria, who was a big standout and ran well. But then Mayday Ready was second. Nitrogen was third. Okay, so here is one horse that has finished ahead of her. That is nice. Then after that race, went over and ran in a very, very tough race overseas. I just just tossed that one. Came back from that race last time out to run in the Wonder again. I tossed this one completely too. The race came off the turf. It was a sloppy, racetrack. Obviously, this horse didn't want any part of it that day and ran third. So toss that one aside as well. And really the last relevant data point, this horse was beating Nitrogen. So that is interesting. I think if you're looking for an alternative, this is the one. Now, the problem is, since that race, like I said, 2 races have kind of been throwaways. Where are we at form-wise? We're not really sure with Mayday Ready, and that's going to be the big question mark. But if you're wanting an alternative to Nitrogen, I think it's right here with the number 6 Mayday Ready. Like I said, 3 straight wins, second beaten to Lake Victoria, but beat Nitrogen, and then 2 races you totally toss. So if you believe she's going to be in some kind of decent form, she could be the horse to look at in this spot today. And then finally, the number 7 is the horse we've been talking about without talking about her yet, and that is Nitrogen. Obviously, she has rattled off 5 straight victories here and done it in impressive fashion. And as we kind of documented, has beaten most of the horses in this race. Even to flatter her even more, she has finished ahead of Lush Lips twice this year. Lush Lips was incredible last weekend at Churchill Downs. She just dominated a field there. So very interesting, to see that. And then to make this horse look even better, last time out off the turf, still stayed in the race and just dominated the Wonder again. Now, the competition really wasn't much. I don't think either one of those horses she beat wanted to be on the dirt. However, it was a pretty solid effort over the dirt. Thinks that, hey, maybe she could do that as well. So getting back to the turf, though, we know she can do that as well. So she's going to be tough. There's no question about it. All right, that is the field of 7. I've showed my hand as I've been doing the preview here. It's going to be number 7, Nitrogen, on top for me. Going to be hard to go against her. I do understand if you say, hey, it's a short price, I'll take the 6 Mayday Ready and hope that, she can beat her again. I totally get that and respect that. But for me, I'm going to go with the proven commodity. I'm going to go number 7, Nitrogen, to win this year's running of the Belmont Oaks. All right, guys, that'll do it for this preview of the Belmont Oaks. Hit that like button if you like it. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do videos like this. And most importantly, good luck if you are betting Saratoga this weekend.